Well, afternoon folks. It's Tuesday, it's DevDay, and we are back on the Construct Twitch channel. Hope you're all having a good day. I am going to be doing some more stuff on our dialogue system today. Because, you know, that is my life now. So, let's get the show on the road. John S. Reed, hello! Welcome to the stream. Love a dialogue, don't we all? So yes, I have been messing about in yet another dialogue tester file. I have so many files now called something to do with JSON tests. But this is so. If you haven't seen, I haven't really published it, but if you're on construct.net and you've got an account, likelihood is you're automatically following me as I am Skira stuff. So you may have seen that there is now a course for adding dialogue to your thing. Game, that's the word, and this is quite loud. Let's turn that down. There we go. Yeah, adding dialogue to your game in various ways. So I have now got the example file ready to put a slightly more simplified version of this project into the tutorial. So you guys can do what I do without all the faffing that I've been doing. Did I see you get to play the next Penelope? I got to watch the beginning of it. I'm going to watch the rest of it tomorrow. Yeah, it is hard. Like, super hard. So, I am gonna... Yeah, I'll watch the rest of the replay tomorrow, and I am gonna tackle the final boss again on Thursday. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm not holding out much hope. But I want to finish the game, because these two streams are my last streams of 2019. What? Where has the year gone? Oh. So yeah. I was debating actually putting some little Christmassy music onto this today, but I might save that for Thursday. I know, Kiatric, sad times. This is the problem when you have absolutely awful internet at your house. Otherwise I'd stream at home, but sadly I still live in the dark ages. So let's talk about some actual Construct 3 game dev bits and pieces. It's a very similar project. It's basically the same, I've just added more stuff to it, that I was working on last week, with the main thing to do is to try and differentiate things in the JSON file so that when dialogues get called, depending on what type they're associated with, different things happen. The idea behind this, I'm gonna swap the music a sec. Lovely. Yeah, the idea being that by having different types, we can do things like call functions directly from our JSON file, which I briefly spoke about last week. Basically, I'm hoping I can also do this with timelines, because then I can do animation-y bits all controlled within the dialogue system. So you can have, so if I look at the, I've now added a new bit. I'm not up with my JSON terminology. There is a new key in the dialogue array things called type. Now for generic text we just call it line. Further down, I haven't actually, where is it? There it is, function. So the type is listed as function, and if the type is function, rather than a line key, we have a function key. So the idea is when that's called, or when that's found in the JSON file, the corresponding function will be called. So this is a super basic version of this working, but I have got it working, and that is very exciting for me. So let's just have a quick look at the project as it stands. We have still in place, we now have 3 NPCs. Oh, don't do this to me. Why? You were working like 5 minutes ago. That's very irritating. Or has my save not come through? Nope. Cool. That's annoying. I literally had this open on the Mac like 5 minutes ago and it was working perfectly well. Where are you? Dialogs. 0. Actually, I need to make sure my... Right, that's why I'm missing a comma somewhere. Probably. Oh god. Right, new plan. There's the one thing I could do with JSON. I was messing about with a JSON file, that's why. Validator, please tell me where my comma is missing, because that's inevitably what it is. Where are we? Oh, okay. I see. One extra comma where there should not be. I believe. What did that say? Yeah. Those don't need commas. There we go. Just check. Excellent, that now works. So yeah, nice little fun fact. If you're working with JSON in Construct 3, actually this will make a nice little tip clip. Maybe I should, yeah, let's start that again and I can snip that out and make another tip clip because I am all about the content. So yeah, if you are working with a JSON file in Construct 3, it can be difficult to know if there are issues just by looking at your file. But a very quick way to find out if your file is not valid JSON is to right click and press either minify or beautify. If we do that and there's nothing wrong with it, then the JSON should either minify or beautify like that. However, if, let's just add an extra comma, if there is an issue in your JSON and you press minify or beautify, it'll tell you that it's failed to pass. So that is a quick way to know that there is something wrong with your JSON file. Finding the issue might be slightly more difficult, but there is at least a way to know that there is something wrong. Let's take that back out again, and it should... Perfect, now it's all beautiful again. Lovely! Which hopefully now means that my project works again. Excellent. So, back to what's actually going on in this example file. We have 3 NPCs, all of whom say different things according to their instance variables. This one on the left, I am still using the text from Keatrix's example. Mostly, I have added my own little bits in, but... So yeah, it's got the typewriter, does the formatting. We can press the X key to skip all of the text, or to load all the text immediately. Which is great. If we talk to this one again, it'll display something else, which is thanks to a multi-line boolean. The format function also deals with replacing, so you can have global variables. Instance variables are a little more tricky because you've got to get the picking right, but you can replace bits of your JSON text with the value. So actually in the file, where it says Jessie there actually is just a bunch of Fs. So I've replaced that with the NPC name instance variable that's attached to that NPC. We have this one over here, who, if I remember rightly, should call a function. So we're in the middle of a conversation, the player can't do anything, but all of a sudden, function is called, sprite is spawned. And hopefully I fixed it so the sprite actually disappears. Yes, good. And then finally, just an example, another way of showing that, you know, different NPCs can have different conversations, all thanks to the instance variables. So it's not a massive project, but it demonstrates a few bits with JSONs quite nicely, and I'm so happy with the function thing. Like, it took me ages to wrap my head around that. So I'll show you how that's set up before I kind of go back into my main game and try and implement half this stuff. Thank you, John. I'm like just happy I managed to figure it out. And I'm hoping this does nothing yet because there are no choices, but I'm hoping at some point between Kietric and I we can implement something to do with choices and you can have branching dialogue, which would be lovely. Function things! Hey Metal Quacker, welcome to the stream. How you doing on this fine Tuesday? My last dev stream before Christmas. So yeah, when the type value is line in the JSON, we call the standard display function, which is, you know, wherever it is, where I'll put it. There, shows the dialog layer, sets all the text up appropriately and starts off the typewriter function. If, however, the type is function, then we call the display function function. The word function is going to sound really weird by the end of this stream. Already sounding weird in my head. So the dialog function, the display function, pauses the dialog, which literally just sets the layer as invisible at the moment. I did try and do some other bits, but it didn't quite do what I wanted. And then it calls the function that we've mapped to a function map with a string that is stored in the JSON file. So if we look at the JSON file, it's this string that we're mapping. So the text is spawn sprite, which means on the start of the layout, we have to map the words spawn sprite to a specific function. Now, whenever we want to call that function, we can just call it by the string and it will happen, which is what we do with the JSON system. So the display function. So here we go, that's what it says. Call the function from the map with the string that matches that bit of the JSON. And literally all the function does, because I just wanted a placeholder, is create that really creepy looking sprite. Waits for 2 seconds, signals resume dialogue, which to be honest I don't actually need, because that was for the pause function. But it ends up being moot, really, so, you know. Trying to stay awake, not even music's helped. Oh no! Get a cup of tea. How's things? Things are good. I am messing about with Dialog, as you can see. And I'm actually writing my own JSON files, or at least bits of JSON files, which is kind of weird, because I didn't know what they were like a few weeks ago. Napio, welcome to the stream. Gasp, I know. So yeah, this is actually going quite well. I'm really happy that I've managed to get the call function thing working, because I saw that in an XML file from a Construct 2 example, and I thought, oh, that'd be so cool to have, but I could not wrap my brain about how it worked. Putting the fun in function. Yeah! I like that. I feel like we should quote that. How do we do that? I can't remember. Add. Something about add quote. Anyway. I'll do that later. I actually know a programming language which uses fun for the keyword for functions. Ha! So you're always working with fun things. Yeah. Okay. So, let's open up something from my actual game and figure out where I got to. So we need the overworld event sheet, the player event sheet, and probably the global event sheet. I should really start color coding these. Cities. We will have... Let's open up the residential. I can't remember where I left my player. There. Perfect. So many language things. Stop. The locks language. Huh. Cool. Okay. Now, we'll just quickly preview this because I can't remember off the top of my head where I got to. Let's go look at a sign. I think we implemented button control for signs. We kind of did. But you can open the sign. Oh no, you can't. That's fine. Okay. I kind of need a... I feel like we need a way to... It is literally that is running typewriter text, and then you do that, and... With the sign, it's a bit more difficult. I feel like I need to add something else into that to... Ugh, lordy. I forgot about my glaring, you must do this comments. I put that in player. I don't need directions open. Read sign, that's what I need. Go to function, please. I am so happy you told me about that, Keatrix. The fact you can right click and go to function, it just makes life so much easier. Non capisco. I don't capisco either. It's not just you, Metal, don't worry. Afternoon, Craig. Welcome to the stream. We are messing about with Dialog. Again. And putting the fun in functions. I love that. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that a lot now. I would quote it if I could remember how to quote things in Streamlabs. Okay. So we have got the end dialog function. That's fine. I kind of want to put a wait in that so it can't destroy it immediately. Where's my sign stuff? In here. Yeah, call function end dialog. I feel like we should put a wait in there. Maybe a second. So you can't like immediately close the text box. Global. End dialog, there we go. Add action system. Wait for a second. All of the things. Pick a time of day, guys. You're all in the same time zone. Wait. Oh, no, are you? No, Getrick, you're not. Unless daylight savings means we're at the same time now, but I assume not. I don't know. Daylight savings is confusing. Right. No, I don't like that there. Ah, right. That's where it'll go. Not on this event sheet. Cut. Player. We add it before that. Pop that there. So that you have a second of looking at the text box and then you can press the button. Or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's close that example for a minute. I don't need the layout open anyway. It is afternoon as well. Yeah, it's true. Just from looking outside, absolute confusion. I mean, it's just grey outside, right? I mean, I can't see because I have a tiny window, and the only glass I can see out of my tiny window is from frosted windows. So, yeah, I'm quite cut off from the outside world currently. Keatrick knows. Keatrick has experienced the booth now. I hate their frosted. I know! I just want some natural daylight in the office. What am I doing? Let's test that thing and see how it looks. Good afternoon, unsupervised gamer. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's not good. Nope. Okay, that's kind of weird. I gotta figure that out. Daylight's not overrated. I like daylight. Yes, we are back working with dialogues. I briefly went through the example file I've been working on, which means I can call functions from Dialog, which is very exciting to me. I need to have a look at that, why my sign is pulling text from another thing. Is my current dialogue not resetting? Debug. Oh, fine. Yes, please, debug. Whee! Right. System. Actually, what have I got in the watch tab? Global variables. Perfect. Oop. Right, there's current dialogue. current scene is just below. Lovely. So I need to keep an eye on those when we go and talk to the sign. Please get out of the way. Thank you. That's fine. Sure, when I tried to display the problem... Oh, was it you? Was it your fault? You were in the way, weren't you? Oh, okay. I bet she was overlapping the sign and that's why it did it. Well, there's an easy way to solve that. Give me one of these. Where do we put that? NPC movement? No, it must be on solids. There we go. You can't come near the sign. If only code could respond. To be fair, I'd spend so much time talking to things that can't talk back to me. It's just a habit now. Funnily enough, it's often when I get the most sense. Right, that should stop her coming anywhere near the sign, which means that we shouldn't overlap her and the sign at the same time. Good. It's kind of weird that it was picking up the sign UID, unless it was calling both functions and the NPC one came first. Great habit. Hey, it means I can get through 2 hours of talking to myself for a stream. Be a bit weird if I just sat here and coded in silence. Code reply, I feel like programming would be much harder. He's shouting at you, telling you everything you do is wrong. Or his mine would, anyway. Okay. Right, let's go and look at the initiate interaction function. Right, I don't need to do anything with that one. It's the talk function I need to do. A great hobbit? Frodo! Frodo's not here. Sorry. How do I do it in here? I don't want current dialogue. Where do we put the thing with the is running? So that's in the game state. Then that goes in there. Okay. So, overworld. Layout specific. Not really. Where do I deal with the rest of my layout, not layout stuff, game state stuff? There? Div mill encounter. This feels real. Current layout. Nope. He's kind of meh compared to Bilbo. Are we just going to have a conversation about which hobbit's best now? Go on, tell us your favourite hobbit. Oh, you guys, you make me laugh. I keep trying to read the chat and then I completely lose my train of thought. It's just one of those days. Needling as a hobbit. So if we look at this in equivalent, so we need... I kind of want to have another event sheet for dialogue things, but I feel like that's getting excessive. Every Tuesday is one of those days. Every day is one of those days. I just have a brain like a sieve. That obviously must be in here, in this project somewhere. Find all references. Is visible, is visible, is visible. Creating the object in action 135. So that's on the player. 53 on global. Find all references is such a good thing. And dialogue, right, that goes there. Use the hair on your feet. It's getting silly now, guys. 135, that's in here. In the talking state. Is not running typewriter text. I put that in there? I suppose, yeah, because I have got a game state global, haven't I? So many global variables. So many. Current scene, current dialogue. Game state, I do. Good. But currently that's all just set based on layout name, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I think what I need to do... initialization, on start of layout... Where do we assign it to overworld? I feel like I must do that somewhere. Find the references, please. Thank you. Taka, welcome to the stream. Apparently we're talking about hobbits. Because, you know, that's a thing. Hope you're doing alright, Taka. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Game state, set game state to overworld, that's what I need. Action 14, where's that? There. Oh, okay, yeah, if it's not battle scene, main menu or decks, then do that. And that's just on the start of layout, isn't it? Yes, good. So that means I can mess about with it and switch it back for my dialogue system. Perfect! Bit tall for a dwarf. Yeah, I'd say so. Okay. Right, where did that... So yeah, that's fine. If X is pressed and we're in the talking state, finish the typewriter, that's fine. Don't need that open anymore. Game state equals dialogue. Is not running typewriter. Alright, that's there, that's fine. It's just nested under talking. Okay. So how are we... I've actually given anyone there... Yeah, scene ID 0. Scene ID 1. Let's just make sure that works. Can still run. Stop making people run away from my streams. We need them here. Right, that works. Okay, so we need to set that, we need to destroy that at the beginning of the talk function. Dialogues, speech, continue text. Destroy, please. Okay, that should... Let's go talk to you. Created, destroyed, created. Perfect. That's how it should look. Lovely. Cool, that's better. The Elf Cyclopedia. I don't even know what's happening in chat anymore. We had hobbits, we've now got elves and dwarves. I mean, proper Tolkien going on right now. Okay. I feel like I'm going to tidy this up a bit because all of these disabled things are just confusing me now and they don't seem to do anything. Oh! Metal, thank you for the host. 'Tis much appreciated. Okay, so we have NPC talk. I need to figure something out for the keepers as well, because they're slightly different. Because we have... Let's look at the player for a minute. Is overlapping any of the NPC sprites. Right, this is what I want, yeah. Is overlapping keeper sprites. But if the player state is not talking... that doesn't seem correct, because we don't want them immediately starting the fight. Right, we need to work on that, because that's definitely wrong, because we're not going to spawn the... That's what we need to do. NPC line of sight walk. Where else do we spawn the I've also, after Ian's, Nepio's mild freak out at my god-awful continue arrow, I thought I'd better replace some of the other things that were in here. So the exclamation mark is now a proper little sprite as designed by Kenny. No worries, Mel. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a good rest of the afternoon. Don't work too hard, dude. Right. Overworld, event 273, action 3. Somewhere in this massive block of things. I need keepers, please. There. It's not the idle state. It's not the walk state. Not talking. It's the wait. Is it the wait state? What are we calling this? 273. What? I am confused. Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Okay, 273. I'm so glad everything's numbered. Yeah. Right, that's what I want. So when that's where we create it and we call line of sight walk. That's it. I get it. That's okay. No, don't worry. Look, it's a proper little... It's well drawn. It's an actual... I actually took time to make sure it was symmetrical and everything. I just couldn't be bothered to put in a logo. That'll do. It's not a hand-drawn piece of rubbish now. Look, does this make you happier? Look, it's a lovely little hand-drawn sprite, all done by Kenny. We zoom out, it'll probably look a... There you go, look, little exclamation mark. Right, so that only gets spawned... Yeah, that makes sense. So we only do the line of sight walk when the player interrupts the keeper's line of sight. That's fine. But when you talk to a keeper who you've not battled, then we trigger the start fight thing. That's fine. Okay, I'm getting it. I get it now. It's fine. It's fine. I know what my own game does. So yeah, we call the interaction function, which sets the state, which is start fight, which I believe is called... Ah, you can double click. Perfect. Yes, when it enters this is fine. Okay. Shiny. Now we just need a cardboard box and a solid snake. Maybe on another stream. Wrong game. Oh, it's so nice relearning how you built your own game. That can all go because we don't want to destroy any of that. We literally just turn the thing off. That should all be stored in the end dialog function, I believe. Yeah, pick instance with NPC UID, reset the state and direction, that's fine. So those can go. We'll leave the player sprite in there. Oh no, we changed that back too, so that's cool. Oh, I love clearing up code, it's great. If Snake was in Pokemon, what mon would be on his team? Well, that's a good question. Ooh, answers on a postcard, please. What Pokemon would Snake have in his team? Yeah, those are all fine. Then we have the challenge states. that's all fine. Ekans. True, true. I suppose you would have to have at least one snake Pokemon. Okay, let's do some testing, shall we? Where should we drop you? Trying to think. Maybe shopping, although shopping's got that god-awful tile set that I've not changed. Oh, we could drop one in Resi. It's just easier. Okay. Let's drop a keeper in and do some testing. Keepers. Let's make it a static one because that's the easiest thing to do. I'm going to leave the scene ID alone. I just want to make sure my things actually work and we do still go to the battle layout. Tick user can battle. Oh, no, not multi-scene. Can battle. I mean, you will have multi-scene, but for the time being, I don't care. Oh, I like that it does actually still spawn the thing. That's cool. Huh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's good that we can still go to the battle scene. That's a good start. NPC fight. NPC line of sight walk. It's interesting it calls that. I like that it does. Ah, that's what I need to do. I need to call the end dialog function. Let's get rid of that. Add a function bit in there. Hearing the usage of word proper is funny. That's not something we really say in the US. Oh. I had to really think about like what you meant there. Luscious best. Ah, welcome to the stream, dude. How are you on this fine Tuesday? And what brings you to our humble construct stream? What am I even doing? End dialogue, that's what we're doing. Done. There. That needs to be the... Oh, does it have a... NPC UID, please? Thank you. Oh no, that's not the right thing. Keeper sprites .uid. There we go. Growlithe, because D-Dog from Phantom Pain. Yeah? So far, Snake has got an Ekans and a Growlithe. I think this is reasonable. We don't need that. Now this is going to be interesting. I've got to figure out a way to call the dialogue function using the line of sight mechanic. So that one's going to be a fun one to figure out. Let's pop a note in somewhere. Here. When the player is reached while in the challenge state, it'll switch to start fight and stop moving. Yes, I think we need to call the function here. And then only when the dialogue is completed, we set it to start a fight. So maybe I have another type. So in the same way we do in the example project, we have different types of lines. Maybe we have a battle start line. So a specific set of stuff is called when it realizes that that's the line that's being played. So let's add a comment in there so I remember to actually look at that. Adding the display dash, just put it in bold. Dialogue. Tell you one thing, actually having a seat, a proper chair in here makes actually working in Construct so much nicer. I'm at the right height for the desk. Adding to before calling start fight state to show pre-battle dialogue. Maybe add new type to JSON similar to functions. Cool, done. Now, so let's just check. Those need to change to be current dialogue and current scene. Because in theory, when we come back, I'll do this in debug so I can make sure the Boolean actually gets sorted. In theory, when we come back to the standard layout, my one keeper, that's a keeper sprite. Let's add your instance variables to the watch tab. Cool. So yeah, when we come back to this layout, that's the word, then our keeper sprite should no longer be can battle, which means we should just be able to call the text thing. Yeah, definitely need to make that shorter because currently we can't read any text because it just goes straight into the battle too quickly. Go back. Oh, of course it was destroyed. Yes, he's no longer can battle, which is great. That's something else I need to fix actually, because we don't want the time spoken to go up every time we read a line, because it kind of messes up things. Mainly because later on down the line I'm trying to think about, like, there's a game, a Pokemon fan game I remember playing, and there's a character that you have to talk to like 5 or 6 times before they actually do anything. So I was thinking about having something similar. So having the time spoken to count work correctly is kind of important. So that needs to move into the end dialogue. I am error. Yes, there was error earlier. That needs to move into the end dialogue function wherever I put that. Where did I put that? Down here. Okay, cool. Cut. I'm gonna pop that down here. Yeah. That needs to go into there. One day I will get used to picking and remember to put it literally everywhere. Cool. Now, just gonna have a quick look at my JSON file because we're gonna need to do some work in here. Oh yeah, we've got 2, haven't we? Oh, okay. I don't necessarily think we'll need 2, but I'm hoping I can store it all in one. We will see. Oh, that's why. Cool. So what I have been doing is storing, basically writing all my dialogue in a spreadsheet so that I can track it all. And then moving it into the JSON file, you know, when I have nothing to do. Because it's tedious. But what it has been is Excel has been turning my 3 dots into ellipses, which don't exist in my sprite font. Which is why those weren't displaying properly. So if suddenly you find there are characters in your dialogue missing, make sure they exist in your sprite font. Or indeed in your text font if you're actually using text. Which I may yet do, I'm undecided. Or whether I just design my own sprite font. So what we need to add is... I will start doing this now because... well, I suppose I could do it all. So this is a line type. So this is where we define what kind of line of text is being displayed. So this is where we can choose to tell the game that it's a function, whether there's a choice to be made. Hopefully we can add more types that say pre-battle, post-battle, make this change if the player has this item in their inventory. I don't know. I feel like there's lots you could do. My JSON knowledge is still fairly limited, but I'm starting to realise this is actually quite a flexible way of doing things. So, you know, while I'm doing this really fun bit of typing, what are you guys up to today? Other than, you know, hanging out with me on my stream. You beautiful people, you. I know Nephio's in the office working. Or possibly in a meeting. Although you don't have meetings on Tuesday, do you? It's only Thursday. Lines. Yeah, just being able to type in a chair is just such a privilege. Excuse me, itchy hand. Type. Always remember to keep your colons on the outside of your commas, or quotation marks even. This is going to be so much easier. Copy. Paste. Paste. Because so far there are no functions being called. No choices because I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. Well, there is a great tutorial series by Vimlark, who I've already used his stuff for the array system that the signs are using. He's also got something to do menus with, and most menu things I've seen are all about using the mouse, and I don't want the player to be able to use the mouse in this game because there's no mouse controls. I don't want to do mouse controls. You're using a keyboard or a gamepad. So I need to look at how to do that, but it's something along the lines of having little anchors that you align the cursor to, and depending on which one of those, which position it's in, dictates on what you select. Right, that's better. So now we have the type in there as well, which is lovely. And my tea is cold. Lovely. Let's move my tester thing out of the way because I really don't need that. That needs to be in dialog functions. There we go. Yeah, because I've also got to do this with... I don't need to do it with random encounter, thankfully, because nothing appears until you get to the battle scene. So that's on a whole different event sheet. Random item we do, though, so that's going to need its own little talking dialogue function-y thing. Actually, yeah, did I add that global in the end? Yes, item found. So what we want to do, because I'm afraid that if we... I'm afraid I'm going to lose the AR weighted. So if I then... if you pick up an item, I want to make sure that same item name is displayed when you put it into the inventory. So I'm going to copy that into a global just to make sure. Or maybe a local, but... either way. So what we need to do is disable all of that and simply make the HUD visible. Because everything is already laid up where it should be. We may just need to set a few other little bits visible and invisible, but... so, system, set value, item found to AR.weighted. Yeah, for simplicity, I have named my advanced random plugin AR because I can't be bothered to type advanced random in every time. So then we have that instead. That will need to change. Where is... Actually, see if I can remember this. Len, brackets, you found, and actually, and what is it? Item found. divided by 32, did we say? I think that was it. So we've got that. Do we set the player to talking? I feel like we should do. We do not. Player sprite, because we don't want to be able to walk away whilst we're looking at an item. Player state to talking. State to talking, item found. Bring up the HUD. Do the typewriter text. I suppose we do need to set the thing to dialogue, don't we? Actually, that's the other thing I need to do. Pop that down. End function. End dialogue. That's what I need. Copy. Paste. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, I don't want to make another talking function, but I feel like I'm going to have to, which is mildly irritating. Where's my read sign? I feel like this is going to end up doing the same thing. Mildly irritating, but anyway. Well, that's interesting. That's just the same thing, so... Huh. Maybe that'll work anyway. I'm going to drag those into there. Let's just see. Let's get... Where's my random item? You're one, aren't you? Yes. Let's go find out. First of all, we should not be able to move, which is good. Okay. So it spawns, we get the arrow, but we don't call the end of the dialogue. Okay. Which I'm guessing is something in our player. Yes, there it is. So I need one of those. But for the item. And it is going to be end dialogue now until I actually implement an inventory system. Alright, so we don't want an overlapping NPC, we want this one. Okie dokie. So copy that. Paste. We don't want it overlapping the signpost though. We should have somewhere random item spawn. If I could figure out how the alphabet works. Cool. And dialogue doesn't matter about the NPC UID. That's okay. So, right, what are we doing? This is overlapping to the right. Do I have an item I can do that with? Yes, there. Perfect. Let's just move the player over so we don't have to wander around the entire layout. Put you there. Just put you there. Lovely. Okay, so in theory, come down here. Annoying, it does it twice. Okay, we need to do a state change, I think, here. Oh, wait, that's what it needs. That's where do we call the random item found function? Overworld event 455. Where are ya? Random encounters. Nope, items in inventory. There you are. On Z pressed. And we also want in there the condition. I'm going to do this in the same way as the other thing's done. Have that up there. Drag that underneath it. add condition, which is that the player is not, or is, compare instance variable state is equal to, or is not equal to talking, in case I decide to add another one later. Talking. Done. Now that will happen, and it should only do it once. Let's just try that out. Oh. No, I don't like the weight. The weight's not good. Which is... That's in my end dialogue, isn't it? That's in... Oh, I know where that is. That's there. Get rid of those. Oh, actually. Idea. Where did I put that again? Oh, this is the problem with having such a... I know this isn't even as big as it's going to get. This game is going to get huge. And it's already taken me ages to find things. That's why find all references is a godsend. E-player 53, 54. Nope. 65. That's in there. No, I need the other thing. Was that in states? Yes, it is. Is running typewriter text. So it's no longer running typewriter text. Add action. System. Wait. For half a second. And then spawn the object. Right. Does that mean that the thing stays there a little bit longer? Better. I'm still annoyed that it's calling it every time, but there we go. Probably not changing the player's thing, am I? I'll have a look at that in a second. How many layouts do I have so far? Oh god. Bear with me a sec, I just need to check something and I will go and show you my current folder structure. I've only got, well, 5 layouts are inhabited is the wrong word, but 5 layouts have stuff on it, plus I've got my object bank, but I have got a folder structure so I know where all the well, certainly most of the layouts so far are going to be. So you should switch into the talking state. State is talking. So it should just close the thing, but it's not. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to pull out my project bar a second. I am a sucker for subfolders, so I am full of subfolders everywhere. So far, I have, 5 folders for layouts. I have 1, 2, 3, 5 so far miscellaneous layouts. So my object bank is where I keep all my objects so that I can, create them ahead of time in bits and pieces. The rest are all fairly self-explanatory. The reference guide is going to be kind of an encyclopedia for the player. Options may yet grow into more layouts. I haven't decided how I'm doing the menus and bits and pieces yet. Battle scene is one of the only other layouts other than my 4 main city layouts that's got anything on it. There will be 4 dungeons which are going to have their own layouts. Cities, I have 4 so far for the main city. Lots of places to fill for the main city. A few in place for another one I have planned. There's going to be that many. There's a lot of routes on the map. I may combine some of those into their own layouts. Well, I'll condense them a little bit, because the thing at the moment is the way the transitions work. All the area changes are kind of done with these little objects here. So they send you to new layouts, but I haven't yet decided or figured out how to get area names to display without switching layouts, because I've been playing through Pokemon Crystal again, and there are areas where you don't go into a building to change location. You just cross a boundary line, as it were, and you're in a new route. So I need to figure out how to do something similar to that. Then maybe I can condense the number of layouts I have a bit. That does also require me looking back at the map I've designed. But yeah, currently, in fact, project statistics, I so far have 71 layouts, though most of them are blank. 8 event sheets with a total of 663 events. So yeah, it's quite a hefty project for my first main game that I've ever made. But you know, I'm progressing reasonably. Delete that because you're never going to get the signal. Those need to go into the end dialogue function. This game is going to be huge. Am I doing my own artwork? At the moment, yes. Yeah, basically, I decided it would be a good idea to remake Pokemon on my own, because that was sensible. So far, most of the artwork is placeholders currently. The signs I've done myself. The taller NPCs I've done myself, but the rest of them are placeholders. Yes, Nepio, you and Kiatric are right. But you know, I wanted a project that I could work on in the long term. And besides, it's a good way of learning things. Yeah, so a lot of it's placeholder stuff, and I'm not putting too much stock into artwork, really. I did start to, but then I was like, I'm kind of losing focus from everything else, so I will make it function, and then I will make it pretty. But yeah, thanks, Luscious Beast. I've been making this now since July, I guess? And we've got random encounters, I said the dialogue system is now coming together. There's a vague kind of, I call it the Hey You, Let's Battle system. So NPCs can spot you and challenge you to a fight. Yeah, layout transitions, bits and pieces. It's coming along well. I am happy with it. There's obviously still a heck of a lot to do, but yeah, it's going alright. So I need, where's my, end dialogue. So yeah, this doesn't seem to be occurring. Random spawn, call in dialogue. I'm playing with XML at the moment. I'd rather be making games. I gave up with XML and took on JSON instead. All the old dialogue examples are all done using XML, but I was told that JSON was better in here, so I'm using JSON. Smart move. It wasn't my choice. Well, it was my choice, but I went with the advice from other people. Extra monstrous language. I like that. So if the player state is talking, movement direction is right, and they are overlapping the random item spawn. Not running typewriter text. That is visible. We call end dialogue. So go back to overworld. Yeah, I feel like this should go into the player thing, actually. Let me cut that out a minute. And move it into the player thing. And pop it in here. Let's put it there for now. We're going to need to move some bits around so it fits in with everything else. Again, this is something I feel like I can function out. So once I've got all the other bits in, the other item spawns, because there'll be... what have I got? Objects, items, yeah, hidden items, random items, and standard items. So those can all probably go into a family if I haven't already. No, but then I can use a function. But for now, I just want to get the basic thing into here, and then I can replace it with the family and the function later. Attacker's back. So that goes in there. Is overlapping. Oh, no. Own event, please. Thank you. And then we drag that up as a sub event of that. Okay. So then you -8, that goes in. Oh, actually, I need to put another sub event in, don't I? Pull that down there and drag that to there. Sub event, pop that in there, and drag that down, and the last one, and pull that in there. Lovely! Ooh. Oh, that needs to move up to here so I can... There you go, there's my comment. Delete that. Okay, so now that's in the main interaction button thing, which is good. We call the random item found function after we've set the player state to talking. We set the probability table, call the function. I'm gonna have that open like all the time because I feel like I'm permanently going between something and the global event sheet. So let's just keep that one open. Shrink that a bit. Get some more space for me event sheets. Lovely. Items. A random item found. Set state to talking. So we're actually setting it twice. And get rid of that. Disable it for now. Set item found to that. Set the HUD layer visible. Cool. So then the player is in the talking state. Movement direction is equal to right. Okay. Let's see if that now makes a difference. Yay! There we go. That's what we wanted. Perfect. That's that tidied up. So let's put the rest of the directions in. So that needs to go to the rest of these. And then we just change the coordinates. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So that's 0 and 8. And same with that one. 0 and -8. Beautiful. I thought I did a keeper thing here. Where did I put that? Oh, I put it in here. It's not talking. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Ah, that's going to be for later. So if we are in the talking state, let's just change that comment. Actually, no, I'll leave that. I'll get rid of the comment because I'm not entirely sure what that's doing. Goodbye. Cool. Right, so that's good. I'm still sorely tempted to include it, to make a whole new event sheet for Dialog, you know. Which would give me... Flaps on me layouts. Event sheets, battle decks, global, event inventory, menus, overall, player. I could have one for Dialog, I suppose. Maybe. Don't know. Need to think. What's on my to-do list? Oh yeah, that was a thing. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but when after I'd had a little break, I came back to the game and we were doing some tests with my NPCs. And for some weird reason, the player could talk to the NPC in really strange places. Like, you could talk to it when you were a grid slot, like diagonally away from them, which definitely shouldn't happen. And I was racking my brains for ages and ages and ages trying to figure out why on earth this had suddenly started happening. And I had inadvertently changed I think it was the player, it was either the player or the NPC. One of them, I changed their angle by like half a degree, and it threw everything off. So I have to write a little note to myself going, like, check everything. Check your angles, because that's probably what's broken. So, let's see. Did I put the X key system in? I feel like I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, so if the X key is pressed and we're in the talking state, then that finishes typewriter. I broke my ankles. Angles! You know, those things that can be acute or obtuse. Or reflex. And I'm wearing relatively flat shoes today. Shona, you're super interested in. Now, dialogue functions. So actually that's good, that's done. Dialogue boxes are now controlled by buttons, which is lovely. What on earth is a reflex angle? It's an angle that's over 180, if I remember rightly. Or at least that's always what I was taught. Granted, I accept that for a lot of my secondary school career, I feel like I was lied to, so that might be wrong. Yeah, reflex I'm sure was between 180 and 360. Don't know. Right, those can go because that's no longer needed. So yeah, can I look at... I know you added a whole bunch of advanced random debug bits to this, so I just want to quickly have a look at something. Alright, so current seed. Default permutation. No, so it doesn't actually tell you what you've drawn. Yeah, okay, oh well. That useful definition restricts some trigonomic functions. Like, I'm sure this was like, I don't know, pre-GCSE maths? Definitely pre-GCSE, but I can't remember how far back. It's the angle at which you flex back at a bro. Totes. What debug info did you want from the AR plugin? Oh, it's just to see if you could look at what the current AR.weighted value is, but I'm just chucking it in a variable, so it doesn't matter. Basically, I was afraid that if I kept pressing things that my advanced weighted thing might change, so I'm chucking it into a global variable just in case. So I can then use that text for the inventory after you've pulled from the thing. So yeah, that stores there now, which is nice. And I should also not be... Oh, that's not... Hang on, how long did I set the cooldown for? Now that I think about it. Overworld items. Oh, I can get rid of that now. Delete. On timer cooldown. Player. Call random item found, which is there. Oh, we're not actually setting the cooldown. Where did I move that to? Oh wait, isn't that in the end dialogue bit? Nope, I got rid of that. Excellent. That was clever of me. Call random item found. Okay, I need to put the cooldown stuff back in. That's fine. Add action. Where are we? Items. Random item spawn. Set. Boolean. Did I make it a Boolean? I did. Set that to false. And what did I call the timer? Item cooldown. Timer, please. Start timer. Called item cooldown for, I don't know, 5 seconds. Actually, no, maybe longer than that because that won't be as long as the thing. Go 10 seconds. You don't know what the value is until you've got it. Yeah, no, that's fine. So that's why I'm storing it in a variable. What am I doing? Items, random items, where are you? There. 0, that's the one. So that's not on collect. What is collect now currently? Cooldown has started. I can't press it. Good, that was easy. As soon as the cooldown is elapsed, we can find more things. Excellent. Good. Cool, so that's my random item spawn fixed and updated, which is great. Although, where am I setting? That must be in here. Yeah, that's it. Random item spawn to yeah. So we store the probability table in the item box object. Good. This is the problem. I kind of forget half the things I've been doing. I'm like, how does this work again? I know I made it, but how does it work? Right. To-dos. That's done. That's done. Which is great. Text system is button based. Yep, so that's also done. That should be sorted as well. That's still in progress. Excellent. Well, let's go back into my keepers and tidy those up a bit, because they've still got lots and lots of events they really don't need. Collapse all this rubbish. Okay. Keeper states we don't need to worry about. That calls the NPC fight. That calls NPC talk. And we've got the right UIDs in. Good. Okay. Dates is done. Don't need to worry about that. Talking. Dialog ID. Current dialogue and current scene. Current dialogue. Current scene. Don't need any of those. Toggle disabled for a moment. Just make sure that's correct. Yeah. That needs to be in our end dialog function. So pull that down, but replace the object with SP keeper. There it is, keeper sprite. Pull that over there. Oh, really? Okay. Cut. Paste. Perfect. Okay. So it should be all we need in there. I will leave it where it is just in case it's broken. Alright, we don't need states. We shouldn't need line of sight. It's just this. Random rotate shouldn't make a difference. You don't have any timers to resume or pause. Oh, that's a thing actually. NPC talk. I feel like I need to pause a timer there. Although, maybe not. Not sure. We need to see about that one. That'll require some testing. Toggle disabled. Current dialogue. Current scene. Right, that's better. What I need to do is test all of these things now. Residential. Right, so you're a static one. You should work. If we turn off cam battle. Leave the scene IDs as they are. I'm not that worried. Ooh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Don't do that. There we go. Pop you over there. So let's test to see if the dialogue works for an NPC. Or sorry, a keeper. Who cannot battle you. Cool. That's good. So the static one works. Let's try a rotate one. The one that's going to be difficult is the set path, because I'm going to have to pop her down here, I think. So yeah, you're my random rotate. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So that's not calling the correct dialogue. Right. So current dialogue, have we got anything in that? No, not cam battle. Scene ID is blank, that's fine. State is rotating. Good. It's down here, isn't it? Where's my display dialogue function gone? I feel like that should be in there. Have I not actually programmed this in? I don't think I have. But it's still kind of what... Oh yeah, because it's that one. It should fall into the NPC sprite family. So that goes there, then it should be NPC talk. Which it should still pick the right NPC. It works with the static, but not the random rotate. Okay. Well, in that case, let's swap you out for a non-random rotating keeper. You've reached that part of the project. Yeah. Works for you. Okie dokie. Ah, did I? Overworld. That's set path. Yeah. Function's called properly, or at least it should be. Yeah. Random rotate keeper. Random rotate keeper. Yeah. That's weird. Cool. So it works for you. Delete. Let's just move you a moment. No more the part where you end up implementing something more than once because you forgot you already did it somewhere else. Yeah. Let's remove... I should just move you out of the way for the minute. I'm going to put you there. Directions up. Yeah, she'll just walk into a wall for a bit. It's fine. Set path. You there. And you need to go up, please. Let's just see. Make sure she actually moves properly first. Yeah, good, she does. Okay, you work. Doesn't resume though. Aw. Step count. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, you need to go. Pop you back where you're supposed to be. Run over here. Hello, lady. Right, she also... Okay, that's also not helpful. Oh, goodness me. So yeah, she should be in the talking state, which means she shouldn't move. Oh, I feel like there's going to be some picking problems in here somewhere. Arg. It's usually my issue is I've put a pick, or I haven't put the right pick in or something. Ah, right, that one, yeah. Let's go over here. Just check her state. Ah, her state set. Oh, because every time. Oh, wait. Every time we're doing it, we're calling the initiate interaction, which is resetting the NPC's thing, which it shouldn't do because we are not in the talk. Well, the player should be in the talking state. So. I mean, I guess an easy way to stop that happening is add another condition, or at least in theory. Come on. Thank you. NPC. Let's just go for the family, it'll be easier. NPC sprite family. Compare instance variable. State is not equal to talking. Okay, so as soon as it equals talking, that shouldn't change. I'm only going to do it for that direction because that's the direction that's easiest for here. Should have done this in debug, but never mind. Let's wait for her to come back. Come along, love. Interesting we're not ending the dialogue. Okay. So yeah, we should be ending. In dialogue, where are you? There. I might start adding some parameters into this. To be like, ew. So depending on what the parameter is, it does some different events. Or then calls different functions. I'm not sure. So where are we calling the end dialogue function? End. Okay, there's a bunch of these where we actually don't seem to have, interestingly, only a couple with call end dialog with an actual NPC UID. So 35. There's no action there. Oh, it's global, that's why. 35, 35, 35, that's here. Call end dialog. Yep. It's on function, so 59. It's in here. And there. So if current dialog is that call end dialog. Yeah. So that should work there. Let's have a quick look at what's going on in terms of what we've got on the watch tab. Global variables, player variables. Let's have our set path key. Oh, did I get rid of her? Or you, actually, it doesn't really matter. Both of you need testing. Okay. Just go back to the watch tab a minute. Oh, I didn't add it, did I? Oops. There we go. So she's in the stopped up state currently. Talking state. Yeah, we shouldn't be changing the interrupted state. Yeah, I'm confused why end dialog doesn't seem to be calling. It's a bit odd. Okay. Oh, this is all getting complicated now. Where's 61? Oh, it's a signpost, signpost. So yeah, those are all going to be the items and stuff. That makes sense. Alright. I feel like this is going to take some stuff to work out off stream. Oh, dear. Actually, that's the point. Was the system was the dialogue variable changing? It must have been, otherwise we couldn't call it. Global variables. Can I see game state? Yes, I can. Good. So game state is currently overworld. Does switch to the dialogue, so that's good. Then it's back to overworld. We can still move, but oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. So the HUD layer just isn't disappearing. That's fun. Ooh. Does that work with the other ones? Do we just carry on looping infinitely, or is it just the set path one? No. It's obviously something to do with the way the set path handles their states, and something's not quite right there. Although my random rotating ones don't seem to do anything at all. Ah. Okay, I need to start writing some things as to what's actually broken. So, current state of dialogue. Works for static and non-random rotate keepers and NPCs. Oh. dialog for set path keeper NPC, but loops through text. Doesn't hide HUD layer and can mess with states. And then for random rotate keepers NPCs, HUD layer shows but no text is called. And the last one we've not actually tested is the random one. Thankfully she only exists as a NPC, not a keeper, so I don't have to think about that. Hello. I can't move. She's not moving, that's a good sign. Make sure she actually goes somewhere again. Although, because she's an NPC, I could just leave her there. And she just stays in the same place until you come back. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Isn't E not a place in Earthbound? I don't actually know. I have never played Earthbound. If it is, then... oops. How did I come up with a name? I was looking up Latin words and I kind of shoved some stuff together about knowledge and bits and came up with E not. It's a Smash Bros level. Oh! I know the level you mean. Or as I think I do anyway. Own it! Yeah! That's it. It's fine. No copyright infringement here. Much. Ah. Right, let me have a look. So something clearly is happening in both of my random rotate. Those are all keeper things, that's fine. Keeper, keeper. Definitely keeper. Cool. I did try and do something the other day and I hadn't swapped the NPC and keeper objects around, so one was calling the other, which was a little bit awkward. State is talking. Oh, wait. Let's just try that. Just a thought. There we go. That's what it is. It's missing a trigger. Excellent. So, if we go back into our overworld, if we go down to the random rotate keeper, we should find under here there is no trigger once. And that hopefully will fix, well, it's fixed the other one, so we're obviously constantly firing that, so there we go. Well, that's that hopefully sorted. Just drop a random rotate keeper in just to make sure. There we go. Cool. That works nicely. Good. Huh, it's funny how much you can solve with just a correctly placed trigger. Get rid of you again. Cool, so that's fixed. So it's now I've just got to figure out why the HUD layer doesn't go when we call end dialog. Does the continue thing get destroyed? Oh wait. I wonder if that's something similar. Where's my set path? Yeah, set path trigger once. Under player is the actual end dialog call, which is there. Current dialog. Yeah. Put you there a minute. Oh wait. Because everything else in the function, certainly here, that stuff seems to change. It's just that doesn't disappear. Okay, so we're in the overworld. Current dialog is -1. That's what we should start with, and that's what we should go back to. That's the other thing I can't quite see. Oh, it's on here, isn't it? Time spoken to is still 0, so that's good. Yeah. I have no idea. It's interesting, time spoken to is not going up either. I'm at a bit of a loss for this one. Not 100% sure why that's... Save what we've done so far because I don't want to lose anything, because we've actually done some quite useful things in this stream. Albeit we've broken things as well, but hey, that's game dev. At least the random rotate ones are fixed. All that took was a trigger. Alright, let's look at the NPCs because that's currently what I've got on the map. Overlapping movers, timers. Ah! Ah ha ha ha! That shouldn't be there. Ha! Saving is fun. Thank you for the quote. I feel like I might have added that off stream. I'll need to have a look so we don't have it in there twice. Saving! One should always save. Yay! Oh, it almost works. I fixed one thing and broke another. Damn it. Oh, of course, because... Oh! Oh, yes. I remember. Because I've actually got two. Oh, you don't have one? Oh, yeah, I remember I have the interrupted bits that are different for the set path. So when her thing gets reset, she ends up in a different state. Okay. Just check what state she ends up stuck in, whether it's idle or stopped. Alright, she's in stopped up currently. Interrupted state 2 is there. Good. Yeah, we're never changing her state because, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So what I need is another one of those under here. Pull that down there. Replace, get rid of that. Replace that object with the set path NPC sprite. Where are we? NPC sprites, set path NPC sprite, set value, state to self dot interrupted state 2. And hopefully that will start it again. I'll pull that there and replace that because that's probably going to need to happen there as well. And pull that down there just in case they're on a mover. Okay, does that fix it, or am I going to have to do some other magic? No, okay. So what's her interrupted state 2 then, or why is that not doing the thing? Interrupted state 2 is walk, still walk, still walk. Okay, but because it's here, and we're already setting the state, it doesn't get reset down here. Arg, that's a bit irritating. I have no idea how to get that to work. Unless, actually, I'll put those up there. Just change the ordering slightly. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we'll find out. Nope. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna add a comment on there. Set path NPCs state not being reset after dialogue may need new function. So yeah, we might have to split out the end dialogue function into different things depending on what the object is that's being interacted with. Because otherwise, these ones are not going to work properly. And it's all because that seems to go first. Ah! So I guess we have the end function, the function end dialogue, which does those bits. And then depending on the parameter, because we can add the, if we add another parameter, it just says object reset. Actually, no, NPC reset. No, that's going to be the name of the function. NPC type. So if we do that, I've already got a blank sub event down there. If we say, oh, can we do that? compare values. If NPC type is equal to set path, whatever the heck I called it, NPC sprite, is that what I called it? Ooh. Oh, without the second thing. Then call a new function. Oh, actually, let's try and just build that in. Add a function, NPC reset. Actually, yeah, so if we go with set path, NPC reset, just grab that and pull it into there. Oh yeah, we need NPC UID as well, don't we? A parameter. Okay. Call, what did I call it? Set path, NPC reset. Set NPC sprite dot UID. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work. No, because I'm not calling. Where am I out? Oh, no. I feel like this isn't going to do anything because I'm not setting this NPC type anywhere when we call the end dialog. It would need to be another instance variable in the NPC, but not that one because that's for animations. Ow! Nice idea, not quite what we need. I feel like functions is going to be the answer here. I just need to figure out how to do them properly. And I don't think I'm going to do that in 8 minutes, somehow. Just disable that for a minute. Just so... okay. Yeah, because we're only calling it there. So, can you expressions for, I don't know, angle, image, instance variables, these are all my instance variables, that's fine. Oh! Oh, object type name, I didn't know that was an expression. NPC sprite dot object type name. I've set the wrong parameter. It's a number, isn't it? Aren't you? Map it. NPC type needs to be a string. System compare if oops, that was the control, not the shift key. NPC type is equal to set set path NPC sprite. Cool. Then we do that. NPC sprite family dot object type name. I need a Muppet. What? I am confused. Let's just put that there. You cut off halfway through, I thought I need a, and then you said Muppet. Yes, yeah. Sorry. I was deep in thought, and then I may have solved my function problem. Probably not, but I think I'm on the right track. Oh, darn. Nepia sounds like he needs a vacation. Christmas soon. Certainly is. Woot woot. Oh. I feel like... Oh, that shouldn't be that. That should be reset. That should be set path NPC sprite. So many Christmas trees! Yeah, I feel like this is the point. This is how we do it. But I'm not 100%. Mark this game as won't fix until next year. Well, I am working. I've got next week off, and I am working, but I'm just working from home. Maybe we nest that as a sub-event. Dada, can you fix my game? That would be handy. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Now she's proper broken. Oops. I like that she seems to be changing frame whenever I talk to her. This is quite funny. Cool. Well, that didn't do what I hoped it would. Sadly. Then what does pause walk resume to do? I don't remember. Oh, wait. Actually, that's what we could do. Oh, we could put another timer in. That might work. Add. Comment. Perhaps. Create. New timer. To reset set path states following dialogue. That might be a good idea. But it is 28 minutes past 3 and I'm not doing that right now because that's going to take some thinking and making sure I get things in the right place. So I don't think any of these are actually... I don't think the random one moves either. So it might be good having a sort of family timer. Certainly for the set path and the random thing. Because if their states are the same, it won't make any difference. Yeah, this is a plan. Okay, this is a plan. I like this plan. I will sort that out and hopefully that will work. So, that about wraps it up for today's stream, I think. I've demonstrated very quickly that I can, you know, call functions from a function map using JSON, which is really cool. Not quite got as far as implementing it into the project, mostly because I have no idea where I'm going to put it yet, but the concept is there. All of our dialogue is now controlled with buttons. What happened? What do you mean what happened? Oh, in the example? Like, it's super simple. You talk to this guy, not this one. Go away. Wrong one. This one. We talk to him, and spawns a sprite. And then we clear it again afterwards. I know, it's a terrifying sprite, isn't it? I knew you'd love that, Nepio. I knew it would just... It's just so you. So you. But yeah, that's going to go into another tutorial later on when I figure out a few more bits and pieces. But yeah, so all of our dialogues for NPCs and signs and items are now controlled by buttons, which is lovely. There are still a few nuances to fix in terms of dialogue, such as in getting it to interact with the battles or the battle scene correctly. I need to fix some NPC types because they're a little more complicated than other ones, but static and the 2 rotating ones work brilliantly, and I am very happy with that. So this gives me something to work on over the Christmas holidays. And, you know, during my week off I might pick up the old Apple Pencil and do some more doodling of creatures to go in this game. We shall see. You missed a game I made entirely out of HTML buttons and SVG pictures. That sounds interesting. Is that an ooh? Am I reading that right? But yes, in the meantime, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you Janice Reed, Kiatric Nepio, Taka Taka, Luscious Best, and Craig R205 for being here today. You people, Unsupervised Gamer, I completely forgot you were here. I'm so sorry. And you're one of my VIPs. But you're quieter than usual, so that's why. Sorry. Yeah. Thursday we will be back with the next Penelope. Hopefully we will finish the game. Fingers crossed. If it takes me, yeah, I'm not going to spend 2 hours doing the boss fight. So if it looks like we hit a wall, then I'll do something else. But I know you've been lurking, and I do appreciate it, but you were quiet and I'm sad I forgot you were there. I'm a terrible person. They were unsupervised, you could say. You could say indeed. But yes, please do join us on Thursday for more, I would say top-down racing action, but we've got to the point of the game where it's really not top-down anymore. Yes, join us Thursday for more Next Penelope. And it will be my last stream of 2019. Good grief. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all on Thursday. Bye-bye.